Hello, you are listening to the Natural Healing Show for UK Health Radio. I'm your host, Catherine Carrigan, medical intuitive healer and Amazon #1 bestselling author. You can find out more about me and my work at catherinecarrigan.com and unlimitedenergynow.com. While you're there, definitely sign up for my newsletter so you can learn even more about how you can heal yourself naturally. Now, I'm super excited about this show, and you're going to really get a lot out of this show. We are interviewing today the beautiful and talented Trish McKinnley. Now, Trish McKinnley is a spiritual lifestyle and manifesting expert and author of the new book, The Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022. You can find out more about Trish McKinnley and her wonderful work at her website, trishmckinnley.com. Welcome, Trish McKinnley.
Thank you. Yay. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited. I'm trying to bring it down so it's not obnoxious, but I am that excited. I love you. I love your books. I just am so honored that I can be a part of your show. So thank you for inviting me.
Okay, well, I am excited about this show because so many people talk about manifesting, but their ideas about how to go about that are kind of like leave you like, what do I really do? So can you share with our audience, why did you write the book, The Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022? And tell us a little bit about your book, because I think this is a practical guidebook that I know I'm going to look forward to using myself.
Thank you. So I have a membership, Goddessology membership, and it's already designed to help mostly women manifest according to their goddess personalities. So we have 4 core personalities. All the personality programs are based on that. And so I have throughout every month how to harness the cosmic energies, how to manifest according to your personality, and how to really make the most of all the natural tools that are always available to us. So what happened was I wrote this other book called Intuition Breakthrough, and it is in the process of being the layout, the interior layout. And they were hoping to get it done in time. I paid for advertisement and they had some things come up, so it wasn't going to be completed. So I thought, I've paid for advertising, I've got to do something. So what do you do when you manifest? You manifest a book. So within 3 weeks, the cover, the layout, all the words, everything flowed and it was right there. But it's also, I have the benefit of this is what I naturally do. This is what I naturally teach. And this is what naturally works. So I applied everything that I teach, everything that works for my students, my clients, and you can see this book was born. And it was amazing the gyrations that you go through whenever you're manifesting something. You know, we're all human. We have those thoughts that try to intrude, but we have the natural impact of the universe, of that flow that helps us stay focused, helps us stay in the right state of mind. And so not only did I write, I write this book, but a friend of mine said, well, you should offer a free course too, if they do it, you know, charge for the course later, but with the book bundle, go ahead and give it to them. And I thought, okay. So then I created a mini course on the just manifesting 101. It's the core of how to manifest. What are these simple steps? Because we overthink things and we make it so much difficult than it is. And you know that, you know, when you're working with your clients, how so often you see the health is right there for them, but they keep manifesting, sliding backwards because it's become a habit. So this book is going to help you break free from habits that are bad and help you create new, great manifesting habits.
Okay, this is awesome. Now, Trish McKinnley, author of The Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022. For our audience, can you give us like a 30-second summary about what this book is about?
It's all the tips, techniques, and system, the method to manifesting with every month, with all of the cosmic events, be it a retrograde, a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, moon cycle, sun sign, astrological sign. So it's all in one. And that's why the Essential Guidebook came out. That's why that was birthed, because it literally is taking every aspect of every day. And this is the playbook, the plan that you just open it up and you can start applying it.
That's awesome. And I understand, because I looked on Amazon today, you also have a workbook to go with your book, correct?
Yes. And so as soon as you order your book, hop on over to the essentialmanifestingguidebook.com. You'll see where you put in your name, your email, and the order number, and you have instant access to the downloads, and you get the invite for the master course, for the Manifesting 101 course.
Mm-hmm. So this is very practical. So for our audience, it sounds like you're talking about basic energy healing techniques for manifesting, combined with understanding of major astrological events, so that we can take advantage of cosmic energies.
So often we need to love ourselves at the core to all of our healing. And so many women, especially, really don't have the self-esteem or the self-love. And that's something that once you can unlock that, which Venus in retrograde, Chiron retrograde, there are the full moon, there are natural cosmic events that help us align with that base, that core foundation, that then we're able to invite more healing into our lives, whether it be any type of disease, eating disorders, or exhaustion, stress, anxiety. All these take a toll on us. And it's time we change that lifestyle. It's time we embrace that we co-create our wonderful life.
Now, in the beginning of the show, you talked about the 4 primary goddess energies that we can identify in these goddess archetypes. Would you share for our audience, what are the 4 goddess archetypes that you see in most women today?
So there are the 4: goddess of action, goddess of order, goddess of optimism, and goddess of peace. I named them that because it's relatively easy to remember, and I'm all about keeping it simple and keeping it easy. If you're a goddess of action, she's naturally acting on her instincts. The goddess of order is actually one of the most intuitive gals, but she overthinks everything. She also has a tendency to be a little bit more like ill at ease, because she overthinks things and will take on a little bit more than what's her fair share. She's very much a natural empath, as well as goddess of peace is a natural empath. Goddess of optimism is so cheerful and bubbly that she forgets to stay upset. So she naturally aligns with manifesting and staying healthy, because she's so like, everything's great. She's that silver lining. So they each lend themselves to manifesting and their own well-being. So it's neat when you know it. And you can take my quiz on my website, you find out what your goddess is, and then there's some follow-up exercises and information that comes through your email, so that you can start to really embrace your goddess personality. Even if you're a blend, even if you find yourself sprinkled amongst all 4, wonderful, but make the most of your strengths, make the most of your gifts. And that's what you're able to do by knowing the goddesses.
Yeah, you know what's really funny, right before our show, I started doing a medical intuitive reading on a lady, and it's like I just saw all this dark energy around her, and I saw that she had, I think it was 54 layers of self-destruct. And a lot of times we're not suicidal, but we're just absolutely entrapped by all these self-destructive patterns. And I said to her, I started writing the reading, I'm not done, but I said that the root of it is that she didn't have a healthy relationship with her higher self and with who she really is. So what's beautiful about what you're creating, Trish McKinnley, author of the Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022, is you're helping people, helping women connect to the beautiful spiritual aspects of ourselves, so we can call on our divine power.
Yes, yes. And when you do that, when you see it and start to work with it, it becomes easier and easier. And then you truly become so comfortable that you recognize, oh, my partner or my child, they're this goddess personality. And then suddenly it's easier for you to have better conversation, to make the most of the relationship so that it's smooth and everyone gets along. And in fact, I am the first rising star of Soul and Spirits magazine, the #1 spiritual lifestyle magazine in the UK. And I was awarded that because Rosalind, the editor, said she really felt I embraced their magazine, the lifestyle, and understanding how we work with crystals, how we work with angels, how we work with all of the spiritual energy and embrace it and then manifest the life we desire.
Very cool. Now, Trish McKinnley, author of the Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022, let's take this to our health, because here we are at the Natural Healing Show.
Yes.
How do we manifest a beneficial change in our health using cosmic energies?
Immediately by knowing what astrological sign is occurring. And it sounds so simple. Oftentimes we kind of know where we are, but we think, oh, well, I'm not that sign, so it doesn't really impact me. When in reality, totally use it, totally. That energy is like a station that's constantly playing in the background. If you had the radio constantly playing, and everyone has been into a store where they have a music track playing and you kind of tune it out. Well, by knowing and identifying the strengths of that sign, which is covered in the book, you can just go directly there. You can see, I have it broken out so that you know, okay, these are the strengths of the month. There's a monthly energy. There's also that astrological sign. And for right now, if you say, well, it's in Sagittarius and I am a Sagittarian, great. That means it's amplified, but you don't have to have that sign anywhere. Just be you, but use the benefit. And if you don't know, that's okay. That's spelled out for you so that you can say, okay, Sagittarius means freedom. It means travel. Well, I don't really like to travel outside places, but I like to travel in my reading. I like to expand my horizons. And suddenly you're reading a new book. Maybe they haven't read all of your books. All of a sudden they're thinking, oh my gosh, I need Catherine's book. I didn't realize she had covered this already. So suddenly they're using that astrological sign to reconnect with their natural healing through your book.
That's beautiful. And one of the things that I always talk about in natural healing is that our environment is the most powerful factor. Mm-hmm. So right now, for example, it's the fall in the US and the leaves are coming down, it's high humidity, and I've been sneezing and having more itchy eyes. Well, I'm taking antioxidants and natural herbs for my immune system, but the most powerful factor is our environment. So I'm having my handyman clean out the leaves and vacuum the house. So we have our environment in our home, but then what Trish McKinnley is talking about is literally our cosmic environment. Mm-hmm. So when we're riding the waves versus trying to paddle uphill all by our lonesome self, it's so much easier, right?
Yes, absolutely. And even within our home environment, we can bring the natural flow within. So whether it's through a sign, a symbol, there's music. One thing that I comment on are the planets actually have a sound. So even on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist of each unique planets and some of their moons and the sound that they make. So let's say that your astrological sign, you're ruled by the moon. Well, you can listen to the sound that moon makes. Or we have Venus going retrograde. When we get to there, tune into Venus. Actually, she's very beautiful. It's a very lovely sound and it's very relaxing. So that energy, even flowing within your home, shifts the environment immediately. So as you're sweeping out, you're saying, okay, I need to feel healthy. You're bringing the sun rays into your house. You're opening in front of that window. I know you have such beautiful plants. You have a beautiful environment that you've already created. And even if someone is listening and they haven't been able to create that environment, they're able to by adding these elements within their own home.
That's fascinating information. Now, a word from our sponsors. Hang in there. So Trish McKinnley, spiritual lifestyle and manifesting expert. Are there natural ways for us to boost our vibration with the cosmic energies?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, there are some ways that you don't even have to know about it. It's just going to happen. And that's during the gateways. You can read about it in my book. You would just flip through and go to that particular gateway. I also have suggestions on how to make the most of that gateway. But for example, we all talk about the Lion's Gate portal, the Lion's Gateway. We talk about Sirius Gateway and the Merkaba portal and the Merkaba Gateway.
And may I interrupt for our
Sure.
audience? When you're talking about gateway, what is a gateway?
It is when elements out, the sun and the moon and particular stars are in alignment. And so that vibration is at its strongest. When you experience something like that, that is naturally sprinkling down on you. It's like when you walk into a room and you can just feel the love, you just feel the celebration. That's exactly what's happening during a gateway. There are often moments where it's extremely intense. All of these gateways, we can instantly connect and we get the benefit of. However, if we're tuned into it, if we're deliberate and intentional, then we escalate that shift. So by tuning in to the Merkaba portal, we know we're working with Archangel Metatron. We know it is an immediately physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional increased boost. And it's like a detox that you go through and you come out feeling so much better, especially when you know about it and you know it's happening and you're prepared for it. The other thing, there are days within every month that hold a special, unique vibration. Think about, we know 11/11, the 11th day of November. No matter where you are, it is a special day with a special vibration of connecting with angels, of having that higher angelic presence and that divine connection that we can utilize for, hey, maybe I'm not doing something that is going to help my health. Please provide that divine guidance. Give me the divine answers. And suddenly you are naturally, divinely inspired to do something. Just like May 5th has that energy of change. And who doesn't want change, especially if we've been doing the same thing over and over and we're hitting our head. We're like, wait, I need this to be different. That's a perfect day. So every month holds change. There's cosmic gifts with amping our health within every month.
That is so cool. Well, I know here in the US, we have something called the Farmer's Almanac.
Yes.
And gardeners use that to know when to plant and when to harvest. And, you know, you're working with the natural environment. So it sounds like your new book, The Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022, is almost like a farmer's almanac for harnessing cosmic energies.
Yes, yes. So years ago, I wrote for our local newspaper, I wrote this column called Cook of the Week. And I interviewed really exceptional cooks, including Julia Child, highlight of my career. Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I had these farmers saying they would plant or they would farm during the light of the moon. And I didn't understand what they meant. I was like, really? You go outside when what do you do when there's no moon?
Yeah.
And that was my first introduction to really understanding today, still, farmers work with the full moon. In fact, our ancestors wrote in caves 32,000 years ago and kept track of the lunar cycle. Now, we talk a lot about moon cycles, but we don't often talk about sun cycles, which is very interesting to me because I feel that by using and tuning in to the energy of the astrological sign, by using the cosmic energy, that we are creating a stronger foundation. Moon cycles are fast. You know, we have that 28-day turnaround. But when you work with the sun, it is literally laying a core foundation. It's slow but steady. So you have that race with the tortoise and the hare. And what's wonderful is they work together. It's not a race who wins because you win. Your health wins, you physically win, and you spiritually win.
So Trish McKinnley, let's go month by month for our audience. So would you take us through a tour of the 12 months of the year? What does each month offer for manifesting feeling better or manifesting an improvement in our health?
So for January, that brings that new energy, which we often talk about. Okay, this is when you're looking at the calendar and you're looking at the days, the manifesting energy is also not just new beginnings, but it's working with your angels. That one, it's all about you. It's you becoming really understanding, what do I want? Not what does my partner want from me, my kids, what do I need to be a better me? And then the natural energy of February is that partnership. So whether you're partnering with a power animal, with a guardian angel, with another, whether it be a mentor or even just a friend, maybe you're in it and you're saying, you know what, we're going to build this relationship. I'm going to take it to a new level. And I want to make sure that I'm incorporating additional guidance. When you are looking at this, you have the Aquarius and Pisces energy, which is very, very interesting because the Aquarian energy helps you look outside the box. And the Pisces energy puts a nice bow on it. It's that ending. And then you go into March, which is that beginning with that Aries energy. And that March is that 3. So you have the Ascended Master energy that helps you with the cosmic flow, that helps you say, okay, how am I going to make the most I just set the foundation in January. I have that new partnership. And now I'm working with the Ascended Masters. And in March, we have the spring equinox. Well, we have an equinox, whether it's your fall or your spring. And with that equinox comes change. And it is fast. It brings it on because we have a balance. That equinox, things are equal. So you're able to truly, truly see, okay, this is where I might be a little lopsided. So I'm going to make sure that I correct it because I'm worthy of it. Then you go into April, and that's all about the love. That is all about how do I bring that angelic presence within myself, that I recognize that I'm a co-creator, that I recognize that I have that divine guidance that will take me. And oftentimes we have more additional cosmic energy that I don't have listed because I didn't want to overwhelm people. But if you are looking at the wheel and you're embracing some of the Wiccan ways, then you know that you're bringing forth some new life as well. But it's also you're entering into that Taurus lovely energy, which brings that lifestyle, which brings that goddess Venus, which really helps bring the love. And then in May, even though we have that Taurus energy that's carrying over, we also have change because that vibration of the 5 brings that wonderful change. And when we're bringing that wonderful change, we've got that Gemini energy that starts to stir things up. So incredible, so amazing. Now, I remember being a little girl and we celebrated May Day. We celebrated with the maypole and we brought that love, and you can start to feel the love. It's fresh like spring, it's starting to pop up everywhere and you're starting to truly embrace it so that when we get to the number 6, which is where we are truly feeling in a family foundation, Number 6, we've got the solstice coming up. We've got the summer or winter solstice. And that's also a highlight because now we're getting into the nitty gritty. And when we talk family, this is also spiritual family, because when we go into July, that's when we come into our freedom. That's that serious gateway that opens up our spiritual freedom, our independence, our own way of thinking. How wonderful is that? And it's almost, we haven't totally ended a chapter, but we are starting to stick a pin in it, say like, no, I am going to feel healthy. Even though you might not think these supplements are going to work, I'm going to do it. And we are embracing doing that applied kinesiology. We're doing the arm testing. We want to know. Then we get into August, and that's where we have the Lionsgate portal. Now, we have already entered into the Lions Gateway, but that on August 8th, oh my gosh, not only does it bring the manifesting energy, but it's the manifesting what we not just want material wise. This is when you call it in that, no, I am going to have a total physical healing. I am going to feel better about myself. I'm going to love myself, and I'm going to embrace it. And that gateway truly opens up. When you embrace it, your chakras will align, you will open, and you will allow that flow, and you're not going to stop it because you're not going to want to. Now, when we get into September, we're into another equinox perfectly placed, because then we are finding that balance again. We're able to see things. Okay, I might have overdone it over here. And maybe I want to apply a little bit more over here, but this is when we are having it wrapped up neatly with a bow. This is really that time where we're like, okay, this is the end of that cycle. Now, I also feel October is an end of this October gets me very, very excited, by the way, because sure, that Virgo energy helped us create that plan. That Virgo energy helped us be optimistic and understand, yeah, I'm worthy of having those nice things. I'm worthy of having a nice, healthy, wonderful life and living it. And then we go into Libra, who also brings that additional balance, which is so amazing because we have the balance of the equinox. So then when you get into October, the root word is from octo, from 8, super manifesting. And this 10 is that higher manifesting number. It is that this is when we have a new beginning and an ending, and we're going to burst forth what we want to manifest. And it really can be applied to something simple like, I just want to lose 5 pounds. Maybe it's something simple as, I just want my headaches to go away. I want my allergy to go away. Yes, you really can manifest that. Absolutely. Don't think it's just the material. You can manifest that healthier life without even adjusting your diet. It's really that amazing and that incredible, and it's worked. Now, when we get into November, that's when we have all of that divine energy, that angel guidance, and this is the time to do that angelic writing. Now, Scorpio is going to reveal a little bit more, and it'll give you a little sting because it likes to go really deep, and it wants to help you be rebirthed as the phoenix. You're going to find yourself literally taking flight. How exciting is that? Because it happens right before December. And within December, what we find is that energy is so amazing because you are aligning with Archangel Metatron. Talk about complete healing. It really is magical. And that 12 is really connecting you back with the Ascended Masters. It's you identifying your soul and you working with divine guidance, divine partnership. So as you have just completed the journey throughout the year, you have found you started here, and boy, did you escalate and feel you come out fresh. It's like you've been to the spa for an entire year when you truly harness the cosmic energies and write it out. Be a part of it. Don't go against it. Be with it. It's so much easier.
So that's a real beautiful explanation for our audience about the special, unique energies of each month. And many of us don't know about that, or don't know about the specific cosmic events that happen on each month. So that's really, truly helpful information. And now we're going to take a break and listen to a message from our sponsor. So Trish McKinnley, spiritual lifestyle and manifesting expert. We've been talking about cosmic energies. So first of all, what is cosmic energy and how does it work in our lives?
So cosmic energy is all of the cosmic happenings. It's everything from the sun path, that sun cycle, which brings us the winter months, the fall, the spring, the summer. It brings the solstice, the equinox. It brings the retrogrades. It brings the moon cycle. It brings the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse. It brings so many natural events that we may or may not discuss. But, we give retrograde such a bad name, especially as you hear about Mercury retrograde and people think, oh, well, my computer is acting up or my phone is acting up. And we have all of these negative things, or we're, texting our ex, so you hear these negative reports. However, retrogrades are wonderful. They are wonderful moments. And if I were to schedule an appointment with you, I would love to be cognizant of the retrogrades, because you're able to especially do healing during Chiron retrograde. Here's this energy that understands betrayal, understands abandonment, understands how to be utterly, totally rejected, to be wounded by accident. And because he is so schooled in the spirits of healing, of arts, of poetry, of understanding all of the spiritual lifestyle, that he's able to help heal faster. He's able to get to the bottom of things. And so that's where, when you understand the cosmic events occurring, they can call you and say, hey, I noticed Venus is going retrograde. I really want to schedule it because I feel like I've got some heart issues over some, heartache, some past relationships. And it's empowering. And you're wonderful at what you do already. But can you imagine if they're tuned into that as well, how much deeper the doors are going to be? Way open. They're much wider. It's going to be just remarkable for both of you.
Now, Trish McKinnley, what do we gain from working with cosmic energies?
Life is easier. Things happen the way you wanted to. You don't have to overthink. You don't have to be so hard on yourself, especially if you're a goddess of order. You know how goddess of orders will frequently beat themselves up. They have a marvelous memory. They recall conversations to every little detail. They beat themselves up over doing something wrong. The goddess of peace will take on more than her fair share, and she will just really feel badly about it. She'll take it to heart. And, working with the cosmic energy helps you release it, helps you identify, wait a minute, this isn't even mine. Why am I carrying this around? And when you lighten that load, you lighten the dis-ease, those blockages within your life. And a blockage is really something that has occurred that I'm sure you've come across. And like you said, the one woman, that example, had so many layers of that darkness that she didn't even realize she was attracting more darkness. By working with the cosmic energies, then you turn that around and you push away the darkness, you welcome in the light, and you welcome in the blessings, the easy path. It is meant to be easy, and you really are responsible for co-creating the life you desire.
So what it sounds like to me, Trish McKinnley, it's about when we understand what's happening with the cosmic energies, then we can literally go with the flow of these larger vibrations, these higher vibrations, rather than working against them.
Yes, absolutely. Over in the States, we have these highways and you have these different lanes, but the one lane is designated for so many drivers, or so many passengers within a vehicle. And so it's a fast lane, it helps you get through there faster. And that's what I see it as. By working with that, you're in that lane that has you going faster, going forward, achieving, getting there, being ahead of the line, because you're working with the natural recipe of success.
Beautiful. Now, you are a manifesting expert, Trish McKinnley. What are 3 ways that we can manifest the life that we desire?
And probably you've already heard this, but it bears repeating. Number one, offer gratitude. Gratitude, start your morning with gratitude. Whatever you can think of, it might be that I can wiggle my toes. It might be that I can drink this glass of water. And then because you have that gratitude, you have already created a nice, sweet, high vibration. Then you start to speak out what kind of day you're going to have. You're saying these affirmations because you've already started a really nice way because you're very grateful for the day. And then you start to be joyous. I'm going to have a wonderful day. I'm going to meet the most marvelous people. I am going to have the best interactions. I'm so excited about my day. And then at the very end, you maintain the vibration, and you maintain the vibration by choosing your thoughts. You stay fit, focused, intentional thought. Your intention was to have a great day. By having a great day, you know what that naturally does? It naturally discards the negativity. Because if you're having a great day, you're really not encountering much negativity. By having a great day, you know that you're already aligned with things going your way, that things are working out, and you're able to add depth to what you want to manifest by truly visualizing it's already happened. And the thing is, sometimes when we do that daydreaming, it's easier to daydream the negative happening versus the positive. But if you started with gratitude, you added that layer of affirmation, and then you visualize and you keep that visualization by feeding in the positive affirmations, you're going to find yourself not only manifesting a fabulous, wonderful day, but a fabulous, healthy body, that you are at the perfect weight. You feel wonderful, that you have created so many miracles in your life that you know that you are a manifesting machine.
I just love what you were talking about. Fit, focused, intentional thought.
Yes. I
Very
I had a manifesting class I taught, and it was I had it broken down 3 different ways, but it really truly is, if you will, it's easy to remember to stay fit, but it's really not about doing that muscle workout. It's truly about your thought workout. And so when you have an intention, my intention is to be happy, and you stay focused on that, when something negative tries to hit you, then you have a choice. Am I going to think about that negative thing that just happened? Am I going to think about that negative conversation, that negative blurb I just heard? Or are you going to let it roll off your shoulders and you're staying focused? Nope, I'm staying focused right here. So yes. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Now, the author and channeler Esther Hicks, the way that she describes this thought that you talked about, focused, intentional thought, fit, she talks about holding for 17 seconds in mind what you're wanting to manifest. So this could be visualizing what you want, feeling what you want, seeing it, feeling it, experiencing it as fully as you can in your inner mind. Now, Trish McKinnley, can working with the cosmic energies boost our self-love?
Absolutely. And that helps boost your vibration as well. So when you are thinking even about Valentine's Day, if you are thinking, wait a minute, I'm going to celebrate it, even when I was single. So many of you know I had been a single mom of 6 kids for 15 years. I manifested a marvelous happily ever after, manifested this beautiful farm, just so many marvelous examples that you can have as well. But it takes the understanding that natural energy. If don't be bitter that someone else is married and you're not. Don't be upset that someone else is in a relationship. It's that emotion of longing that just said, hey, this is what you want. Okay. So if this is what I want, this is what I'm going to give my energy to already experiencing. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to act like it's already happened. So I am going to have my table set with 2 wine glasses. I'm sending myself flowers and chocolates. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm dressing up for me because no matter what, I know I'm the treasure in the relationship. And that's the beginning of self-love. Now, you don't have to wait for Valentine's Day. It's truly every day you purposeful set that intention of I'm going to love me, then you're going to find that there are so many gifts every single month, every single cosmic event. And really, every moon cycle, we're able to see revealed where are our emotions blocking us. We're able to see what is it that's blocking me that maybe I hadn't really allowed to be revealed or I wanted to ignore. And so self-love becomes easier and easier because you're taking action steps. That some of the examples I have that where you are actually you're saying the affirmations that are within the book, you're actually doing some journal prompts that enable you to think, wow, you know what, you're right. Yeah, that was really bothering me. And I didn't realize I had held on to it all these years. So it starts to open those doors. And when you start feeling self-love, you start being a magnet for more self-love. People are going to love you. You're going to have interactions where you're celebrated, and it just builds and it skyrockets. It's wonderful. And it happens naturally, just like that little bulb that you planted in your garden naturally comes up and blooms into this gorgeous flower. That's you.
That's a great explanation. Now, I know that your new book, Trish McKinnley, is talking about the different cosmic events for each month.
Mm-hmm.
Can we begin manifesting a healthy, wonderful life at any time, or do we have to wait for certain events to occur?
Oh, I love that question. That is so great. And I was worried about it. The answer is you can manifest at any time. But I was worried because I thought, well, if they see 2022, they're going to think, well, this, especially like if the year is almost over. Honestly, people that have already purchased the book are already using it because we just had a full moon in Taurus and it was a lunar eclipse. And so they already had information on that and they already started applying it. At any point, you can pick up the book and you can say, okay, this is where I am. This is the month. And I have reference points for you to flip through. Again, if you go to the website, the landing page for the book, the essentialmanifestingguidebook.com, and you grab your free book bundle, you just put in your order number and then you get that download. There are sheets for you to fill out that walk you through. So you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, now it's in the book as well. There are worksheets that are in the book. They're just right in there. And it's a little harder to fill out because it's a smaller page, but you're able to totally build on this. And if you need a manifesting refresher, you've got the Manifesting 101 course. It's a masterclass, but it's a mini course. So it's bite-sized and you're able to just tap back in like, oh yeah, that's right. But at any point you can manifest a healthier life, a healthier body. It really is not dependent on the cosmic energy. You're able to pull in the cosmic energy. It really depends on when you're ready, and when you're ready. And when you're ready, you have a way of finding the right sources, the right resources. So all of your wonderful audience that are listening already, that's when they're like, oh my gosh, I've got to get her book. That's right. That's where it is. I know that there's some divine connection right there.
Now, Trish McKinnley, I think that many in our audience who see you and listen to you would be surprised that you were a single mother of 6 kids. When I think of that, I think of somebody who's like worn out and overwhelmed. And you're the opposite. You're full of energy, full of joy, full of life. What are your personal secrets for manifesting health in your own life?
I will tell you, I did have that moment where I was a spaz. I was stressed out and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know how. My mom passed on my youngest baby's due date. And so going through that whole experience and then just, oh my goodness. And it really was that moment where you find yourself at a loss. And I was at a loss. I was that person that would walk into Walmart and I was constantly crying. I've got this little baby, and the people at Walmart were so wonderful to me. I looked like the weirdo shopping there, and people just, their hearts were so big and they were so kind and so generous. And it was like I felt like angels were surrounding me, and I felt like they were reminding me, we're here. You just got to ask. And that was a pivotal moment. I was raised around this stuff. This was all normal to work with this spiritual lifestyle with crystals and power animals. And I needed that reminder. I had kind of forgotten, and I was out of it. I was out of sorts. And having the love and kindness extended to me suddenly was that reminder. And so I started giving more over to angels. I started being very demanding, like, hey, I need help on this. Hey, I want this. You got to do this. But they appreciate it. We're in this together. I literally, on the one Wind Down Wednesday that I do, I thought I had my little sticker here. I would teach people, I would take a piece of paper and I would draw a line down the center. And on this side, I would write angels. And on this side, I would write me. And underneath my angel list was everything. Like, the thing about me is I had to get up and take a shower, or I had to have a good night's sleep. But I truly embraced manifesting with divine guidance. And that was what helped. I had a 4,000 square foot home. I had just the most amazing kids. It's been wonderful. And I feel like all of that was that mindset, that focused, intentional thought, that I was open to manifesting blessings and receiving it. And even when you don't feel worthy, because there were times I didn't feel worthy, but it was amazing because I had such an open dialogue with angels, was suddenly doing an angel reading on myself, or knowing I had to wear some rose quartz because I had to get my vibration back, even though I was feeling icky. Wow, it opens the doors. And we have all of this access right here. And I'll tell you, I used the solstices, I used the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse like you wouldn't believe. So everything I've used to stay is right here.
Wonderful. And here on the Natural Healing Show for UK Health Radio, I recently interviewed a feng shui expert about money, and she did the exact same thing that you did. When she wants to manifest, she writes a column, what I can do and what I'm asking the universe and my angels to do for me. And when we are seeking that higher guidance, then we do receive what we are setting our intentions about. You've been listening to the Natural Healing Show for UK Health Radio. I'm your host, Catherine Carrigan, medical intuitive healer, Amazon #1 bestselling author. You can find out more about me and my work at catherinecarrigan.com and unlimitedergynow.com. While you're there, definitely sign up for my newsletter so you can learn even more about how you can heal yourself naturally. Our guest today has been the beautiful and brilliant Trish McKinnley, spiritual lifestyle and manifesting expert and author of the new book, The Essential Manifesting Guidebook 2022. And remember, when you call on universal energies, it's easier to be healthier, it's easier to be happier, and you experience radiant health naturally. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.